Hey everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records. It is time for our weekly check into some of the new releases headed to an independent record store near you. As always, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to a particular week's releases, because each week there's just so many that we can't quite get into them all. If you'd like to see that full list, though, please head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. Additionally, we'll put a link to all of this coming week's full releases in the description below, so feel free to click on that after we're done talking here today. But without any further ado, let's dive into the highlights of the releases coming up for Friday, May 26, 2023. Starting off with the second of four in the series of EPs by Weezer, this is Summer, part of their Seasons, SZNZ series. Now, this was originally released digitally, as we talked before, in 2022, but they're just getting around to the vinyl EP releases. So Summer Seasons from Weezer, this EP is listing for about $22, looks to be on standard black vinyl. Something also brand new from Matchbox 20, this is called Where the Light Goes. This is the fifth studio album by Matchbox 20 and their first in over a decade. Standard black vinyl, single LP. This one looks like it's listing for about $25. Here's a little something for you indie punk alt rock fans. AJJ is the name of the group, and the album is called Disposable Everything. Two versions of this. We see the green vinyl version here, but I believe there's also a red vinyl version, each of them listing for about $25. Digging way back for this, but here's something brand new from Pere Ubu, and the name of the album is called Trouble on Big Beat Street. This is the first album from Pere Ubu in nearly 4 years. These guys have been around for quite some time, by the way. So Trouble on Big Beat Street by Pere Ubu listing for about $37. Here's one from an artist named Arlo Parks. She is a British singer-songwriter and poet. Brand new stuff called My Soft Machine. Our description says that this is her sophomore album, and it's a deeply personal body of work, a narration of Parks' experiences as she navigates her 20s and the growth intertwined. This one, by the way, features a guest vocal from fellow musician and friend Phoebe Bridgers. So the standard black vinyl version of Arlo Parks' My Soft Machine, listing for about $25. There's also an indie exclusive green vinyl version of this, that one also listing for $25. And not to be outdone, there's kind of a neat little package that goes along with yet another version on violet vinyl. This particular package includes a black canvas tote bag, a friendship bracelet, a poster, and a print, as well as that vinyl version of My Soft Machine. Listing a little bit heavier because of all the goodies included, this version coming in at a list price of around $90. Got a triple live album from Beth Hart. This is live at Royal Albert Hall, coming on purple vinyl. Our description says that this live album captures the magic of the Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter in her element as she takes control of the iconic London venue and delivers a truly legendary performance. Again, a triple LP on purple vinyl, this one listing for about $35. Next up is a big box set from T-Rex. It's called Whatever Happened to the Teenage Dream. This 5 LP set includes the Tanks and Zinc Alloy albums and the non-album hit singles and their B-sides. The 4th LP features some demos and outtakes from both of those albums, while the 5th focuses on Bolan's forays into soul music, including highlights of an abandoned album he wrote and produced for Sister Pat Hall. So this huge 5 LP box set called Whatever Happened to the Teenage Dream on orange-colored vinyl from T-Rex, listing for about $160. Some great stuff on the reissue front for Friday the 26th of May as well. Let's kick this off with a reissue of the Stone Temple Pilots and Purple, except this one's coming on clear vinyl. This is part of the Atlantic Records 75th anniversary celebration. So the clear vinyl reissue of Purple by Stone Temple Pilots listing for about $25. We're getting a slew of reissues from Aerosmith as that band gets ready to embark on their farewell tour, their final one. We've got a first set of 4 reissues coming for the 26th and a few a little bit later on. But first up, we can expect Get Your Wings, Toys in the Attic, Rocks, and Night in the Ruts. Each of these listing for about $30 and each of them on black vinyl. Now down the line, we can look forward to more reissues from Aerosmith, including their self-titled Aerosmith. That one's scheduled for a July 14th release. And then further down the line, we've got 9 Lives, Draw the Line, Live Bootleg, and Rock in a Hard Place. All of those are scheduled for the 21st of July. So if you're looking to redo your Aerosmith collection, now would be a good time because it looks like they're going through the better part of their catalog. And speaking of Aerosmith, we've got a reissue of Joe Perry's solo album, Switzerland Manifesto MK2. This one coming on opaque purple vinyl. It's a 2018 release from the legendary Aerosmith guitarist. Switzerland Manifesto features 11 hard-rocking original songs from Perry and some of the baddest names in rock and roll, including Robin Zander from Cheap Trick, who sings on the single I. David Johansen from the New York Dolls is in here as well as Terry Reid. Even world-famous actor Johnny Depp gets in on the action, playing drums on Eve of Destruction. So the reissue of Joe Perry's Switzerland Manifesto on opaque purple vinyl, listing for about $23. From Cleopatra Records and Deadline Music, we've got a reissue of Dangerous Toys' Greatest Tricks, greatest hits album from them, on purple vinyl. This one listing for about $28. And from Music on Vinyl, we can look forward to this reissue of Diorama from Silverchair, coming on limited edition 180-gram purple vinyl. This one is limited to 3,000 individually numbered copies, by the way, and listing a little heavy, coming in at about $43. But again, that's because it's a Music on Vinyl import. We've got a 10th anniversary edition of Lonerism from Tame Impala. This one is a triple LP box set, by the way. Our description says, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Lonerism, Tame Impala is presenting fans with this deluxe 3-LP reissue of the album that features previously unreleased demos from that era. This deluxe set also comes with a 24-page booklet. So the 10th anniversary of Lonerism from Tame Impala, listing for about $51. Death Cab for Cutie's 2005 classic debut LP is being reissued as well. This is the band's platinum-selling and Grammy-nominated major label debut and includes some of their most beloved songs. So Death Cab for Cutie Plans, listing for about $39. No pads, no helmets, just balls. Simple Plan reissue here. It is up next. It's a limited edition crystal clear vinyl pressing. This is the band's 2002 debut studio album. And this one listing for about $25. Next up is a reissue of the 2000 album from the Waterboys. It's a Rock in the Weary Land. Double LP on colored vinyl. This is a remastered and expanded edition. A Rock in the Weary Land was the Waterboys' 7th studio album. This reissue, double LP again, colored vinyl, listing for about $40. Don't be fooled by the artwork on this one. It is not a box set. That is just the album cover. It's the Gin Blossoms and Mixed Reality, this reissue coming on blue and orange splatter vinyl. This one listing for about $30. Let's back things up just a little bit and talk about a reissue from Steely Dan. This is Countdown to Ecstasy. Originally released in 1973, this is their second album, and it features some standout hits from the group. So the reissue on black vinyl of Countdown to Ecstasy by Steely Dan, listing for about $30. A pair of reissues from Carole King. We've got Home Again. This one is a double LP pressing with an etched side D. It is a live archival release from the pop music icon, recorded live on the Great Lawn of New York City's Central Park in 1973. So Home Again with 3 sides and a 4th etched side, listing for about $32. And we've got a colored vinyl reissue of Welcome Home, also by Carole King. This one originally released in 1978, coming from Music on Vinyl, so this is limited edition and numbered. This one limited to just 1,500 individually numbered copies on that gold-colored vinyl, listing for about $39. For you jazz fans, here's just a phenomenal-looking one. It's a reissue of Thelonious Monk with John Coltrane, part of the original Jazz Classic series. Our description says that this is regarded as one of the greatest jazz collaborations of all time. Thelonious Monk and John Coltrane are joined on this 1961 album by the talents of Art Blakey on drums and Wilbert Ware on bass, as well as Gigi Grice on alto sax. This original Jazz Classic series is pressed on 180-gram vinyl at RTA with all analog mastering from the original tapes as well. So Thelonious Monk with John Coltrane, listing for about $39. From jazz to blues, here's another reissue from John Lee Hooker. It's called Burning Hell. It is a 180-gram limited edition, and it's one of Hooker's less-known gems from his most inspired years, according to our description. Burning Hell, as we said, limited edition, 180-gram vinyl, listing for about $23. Now over to a country music reissue. This is from Travis Tritt. Proud of the Country is the name of the album. Originally released in 1987, this is one of Tritt's earliest albums. The black vinyl reissue listing for about $30. And wrapping up our reissues for the week of the 26th, there's a couple of very interesting TV-related ones. First up is Rawhide's Clint Eastwood Sings Cowboy Favorites. And before you ask, yes, Clint Eastwood is singing on this. Go back to Paint Your Wagon if you're curious as to what that sounds like. Originally released in 1962, this album has Eastwood crooning his way through classic cowboy standards in a style that has been called a cross between Roy Rogers and Dean Martin. So Eastwood saddles up to standards such as San Antonio Rose, Tumble and Tumbleweeds, Bouquet of Roses along the Santa Fe Trail, The Last Roundup, Mexicali Rose, among others. So the reissue of Clint Eastwood singing cowboy favorites coming in at a list price of about $26. And this reissue you may have seen before as well. It's Time for Tina, the songs of Tina Louise. Of course, Tina Louise known for her time, among other things, on Gilligan's Island. This is a 180-gram virgin vinyl reissue, and according to our description, it is limited to just 550 copies. Now, I have seen this reissued before, but this particular run is going to be very limited. So the reissue of It's Time for Tina, the songs of Tina Louise, listing for about $25. And that is a quick check of some of the new releases headed our way for Friday, May 26, 2023. If you're local and you see something you'd like us to try to get a hold of, just contact us here in the store and we'll put that pre-order in for you. Not local, not a problem. Head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. From there you can place orders and look through the full list of everything coming out, not only for this week, but in the weeks to come. And we'll also put, as I mentioned before, a link directly to all of this week's releases in the description below. So if you're curious, you can kind of click on that and be taken to just this week's releases. So until next time, this is Jim from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks for watching.